here I am at the back of the car. I've decided I'm going to take those reinforcements for the dual exhaust out. These little plates that are right here. That way if there's any rust issues behind it, I can fix it and I'll feel better about it. There's a bunch of spot welds. I don't know if you can see them. Well, yeah, you can. Just right here, up here, there's a ton of them. So I'm going to drill those out, get those pans off, and see what's behind it. Well, one's off, and it's a darn good thing I did that. There's the hole I was talking about from that I knew was there from the other side. But all this is a little scaly. I'm just going to have to dig through there and see what's good and what's not. Alright, off to the next one. Alright, so they're both off. It looks pretty rough. I'm going to have to take a wire wheel to it and see how much of that'll come off or won't. If it won't, I'll just have to cut it out and put a new piece in. I did want to show you those pieces that did come off. They aren't bad. They need to be blasted, but in reality they're not bad at all. Here they are in the sandblaster. You can see the front side of the one and the back of the other. They're really not bad. So I'm gonna blast them and just hang them up till I fix this other thing, I guess. Anyway, let's blast them up. So I sandblasted these. They turned out really good on that side, but I've got some petrified stuff on the other side here. Both of them are that way. Some of it just won't come out. So we're gonna dunk it in vinegar. So let's go over to my vinegar tank. Which is a 5-gallon bucket of vinegar. That's apple cider vinegar. So I'll dunk those in there, leave them in there for a few days and see how they turn out. Okay, so this has been in there for 24 hours. We're gonna open her up and see how she looks here. Let's see. It is almost gone. So I think I'll leave these in for a little bit longer. Yeah, all that scaly rust is pretty much gone. That is so cool. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave them in there for another day. Just to get what's in the pits and whatnot. Then we'll check them back out. But those look awfully good. Vinegar is amazing. Well, let's do that. One more day. Here's the floor I've been tearing apart. I haven't showed it on camera up to this point. It's mostly tore apart, ready to put the floor in. But what I kind of wanted to show you is the surface rust that's accumulated underneath where they had it overlapped. You can see it there, all over here. Even on this back piece here, you can see it there too. This is probably a good thing I tore it apart anyway. My new plan, I was gonna take and cut little pieces and fabricate and all that for the back portion where the transition pan is, because I didn't want to tear that transition pan apart. I wanted to keep it whole, but there's really no point in it. So my new plan is to cut along where that tape is, and I'll just stitch that in where I need to on the car. Anyway, so we're gonna start cutting and see if we can get this thing fit up. Okay, so here's a close-up of the area where I'm going to be cutting out and patching. Some of this isn't bad. Up in here you can see there's good metal. I could probably get a lot of this off, but it's pretty pitted all through here. So I'm going to cut all that out. I decided on that piece I cut out of the new transition pan, I just didn't need all of it. The tunnel here is good. That's good till you get about into here, right where those pieces, the exhaust reinforcements were. So I'm going to probably come across here and over and put that piece in. I still need to cut that down to fit, but I got to get the other behind it cut first. I also didn't like how they had their exhaust bracket thing mounted, and definitely not where the seat belt mounts were. It wasn't painted underneath of it or anything, just bare metal. So I took all that off, and I'm going to use the original ones that are still on the piece here. There's a seat belt mount here, and the bracket, there's a bracket on the back which I think is for a emergency brake, guessing. They had one on the new piece, but it's not the exact thing, so I'm just going to take that bracket off. Anyway, I'm going to start cutting that out. Well, they're cut out. You can see they're on both sides. I did leave a little piece of that tunnel, mainly so I can match up. And I also left myself a little bit off the frame rail here too, because I think I'm going to kind of come over a bit. I saw a technique the other day I'm going to try and duplicate, where I come over a bit, weld and cut at the same time. So it's up against this, or even maybe on top of it. So you won't be able to see it, and it'll be a stronger weld with this behind it. Show you the other piece, the pieces I cut out. There's a gaping hole here. There's your, I think I'm going to use these instead of the ones that came with the other floor, even though they look identical. And I'm definitely going to use that bracket for sure, duplicate where it went. And I got a couple little holes I got to duplicate also. This here looks like something was threaded into it right there. Anyway, keep pushing on. Well, here's where I'm at so far. I've been playing with my TIG welder, and I'm getting the hang of it. It's taken a while. I couldn't get in there with my camera while I was with the TIG, so there's nothing of me welding that in. But progress-wise, looks pretty alright. Just about ready to get that floor in. I gotta patch a couple of places, or fix a couple of holes just right there where they had the spot welds came out. I also had to add a little bit here because these weren't long enough this way. They were fine top wise but not down here. So that's the progress report. That's it for this video. I'll keep filming my progress. Hopefully you like the videos, and thanks for watching.